This is a video that I've been waiting to do for years. It's time to build out a KSK helmet. And not just anyone, this one's real. Now, I have been searching for a long time to get my hands on one of these. And even in procuring this, I learned quite a bit. In previous videos, we've talked about this helmet here. This is my replica of the Hexonia style KSK Speziiell helmet. And we'll get to building this out later in the video and how you can do one for yourself. But a piece I recently received overshadows all of that for me. Because it's not just your standard ops core. I mean, deep down, it is your standard ops core, but with all of the KSK modifications and all of the accessories that we're gonna do to pimp this thing out, I'm so ready for it. This is the Gear.Locker, and let's get into it. Now, I mentioned that this helmet was pretty darn rare, and that's because for the Commando Speziiell Crafta, around the 2013 mark, and some sources say a little bit earlier, they received Ops Core helmets. Now, we don't see them a ton in reference photos until you hit around that 2015, 2016 time period, specifically this style here. And it also was around that time where we see them becoming more common that the brand Hexonia took over. And really all that they did was take basic Ops Core Fast XP helmets, attach multiple Velcro pieces like these two dots here and what I lovingly call the unicorn strip, all for the slap armor plate, another rear piece of Velcro here, and a worm dial here. Then they put their sticker in it and sold it as a huge package. In fact, I've only seen one photo of the entire bag setup, and it's a lot of different gear from Hexonia. But of course, rebranded. I would say Hexonia kind of compiled a lot of the gear. Regardless, this is one of the pre-Hexonia pieces. Something that, with Providence, came from a KSK member. The guy that I purchased it from allegedly bought it from one of them, and I've confirmed with multiple sources that this fits the bill for that time period. So before you get all up in arms in the comments, I've got a lineage for this thing. But as I mentioned, in all actuality, it's a standard Ops Core Fast XP, but with some modifications and accessories. Now, these things are notorious in photos. I call these the googly eyes sometimes, and especially reenactors will sometimes screw these up, which we'll get to the repros again, but I am so proud to own one of these now. It was pricey, but something that I was waiting and saving up for quite a while. Now, the helmet can be seen barren. In fact, there's quite a few reference photos where guys have maybe only one or two things. But in this next section, I'm gonna walk you through all of the different kinds of accessories that you can have. And there's quite a bit. I have most of them here. Some of them I have buried in a bin, but we'll talk about them. And of course, I wanna hear what you notice in your reference photos. Keep in mind, this is for that 2015 to 2017 timeframe that I'm working for, but you can see this exact helmet and many of the pieces that we're going to mention well beyond that. And in fact, we'll talk about a couple of them later on in this video too, into the 2020s easily. Regardless, let's kick it off. Now, one of the things that I see on almost every single photo, it's not all of them, but it's very hard to miss, is an SNS Precision Manta Strobe. I have yet to find an original one with the old gen plastic style cap, so for right now, I'm using an FMA Repro actually. Something I'm not proud of, but it works, it fits the bill for an impression, but a real one, again, that old gen style is gonna be what you want. And this can be run in a multitude of areas. I'll often see it right back here, sometimes turned around like this, or I'll even see it on the side sometimes. Not a common placement, but it's there. It's kind of haphazardly slapped on, and I'm wondering if they're just putting them on for training photos. But you'll also sometimes see the V-lights, again from SNS Precision. I've seen them run right across the top or on the side again. And while we're on the topic of lights, one of my favorite pieces that I didn't know I loved till I bought one for this kit is the Princeton Tech MPLS. This is a single point version or a dual LED version, and this rides right in the arc rail. Oftentimes, I'll see this here on the left side of the helmet. This is a fantastic little piece for seeing in dark areas that you know are safe, map reading, or general observation where night vision goggles or whatnot are not usable. Which, speaking of night vision, before I get to the mounts and different accessories and options that they use, make sure you have a VAS shroud. A lot of the repros that you see won't come with it, and these can be pretty hard to find. Original Ops Core, of course. You can find repros pretty much any day now. But for the night vision options, the KSK used a ton, and I'm only gonna name a couple. Now, I've interviewed and talked to many KSK operators who were not only in trainings and have photos of them in use, but on deployments as well. And occasionally, especially in this 2015 to 2017 time period, you will see a Lucy NVG system. It is not common at all, but it still exists, which is why the modified Lucy adapter claw can be seen sometimes. This is a standard Lucy NVG mount on a shroud bracket style system. I've received a multitude of these in my collecting days, and my favorite has to be this metal one. This all came as a set direct from an operator, who I believe was EGB actually, probably not KSK. Regardless, there's photos of this exact piece in use. But let's say you want to be one of those special boys, and you want to use some fancy NVGs, which were definitely used. You can see dual tube NVGs as well, but a lot of people love to replicate all that high-speed quad tube, and you're going to need a GSGM mount. I'm not spending the bones on a real one right now. This is a Repro. I don't remember the exact company, but it's actually a pretty decent one. It is full metal, has the full adjustability, and has the cable, which in some photos I've seen, you can route them to the side using Velcro, but I've also seen Panzer tape used, and it kind of looks nice. By the way, if you ever use these are definitely fake, for running around in your kit on an airsoft day, it's pretty cringe. And while I did just talk about NVG mounts, you can also just run it barren. That's something I see very commonly. So don't feel the pressure to go out and spend money on nod mounts that you might not even have nods for. Keeping with the NVG theme, something I see on almost every single photo are these clips right here. If you're familiar with helmet stuff, you'll know where these are from. These are for the OpsCore counterweights. The OpsCore counterweight slaps right on the bottom, and you can route this webbing through these attachment hooks. This keeps it nice and secure on your helmet. Ooh, wow, that was crooked. And prevents it from falling off. And you'll sometimes see the GP NVG battery pack mounted right above it, which is cool. I don't have an example here. I gave that to a buddy, but it still works. What if you wanted to pizzazz up your helmet a little bit? Give it a cover so you're not rocking this bright tan piece. Companies like Linderhof Tactic and Hexonia did make helmet covers for these helmets. And I have a couple original examples and a repro example. If you remember my old video, I compared a Roman Kermaz one to a real one. And this right here is my real one. And it fits this helmet beautifully. It is designed for this helmet. I'm not gonna put it all on right now, it's kind of tedious. And I don't know if Roman Kermaz is doing them anymore, but if he is, they were pretty decent. In fact, I have an example right here. Whoa. But this one is in 3FARB. Notice there are a couple differences, like how it attaches to the front, that I'm not necessarily a fan of. You can go check out that video, but otherwise it is a beautiful replica, down to the minute stitching color and details. He did a really good job overall. And while running it barren is the best option, if you are into doing some of the later stuff, sometimes you'll see some multi-tarn helmet covers. This is in fact my first multi-tarn piece I've ever owned, so I'm pretty proud of it, especially because it's a pretty rare variant. It follows in that old gen style, but overall it's a cool piece that you can use. So keep an eye out for a real multi-tarn one if you want to rock it on your helmet. Now, I wanted to have a brief discussion about some other electronics. You don't have to mount these to your helmet, but having some Comtac XPIs with the Peltor arc rail mounts is a cool way to go. And again, while not necessary, is an additive to the kit that a lot of guys did. And not mounted on the helmet, but something I love seeing and I love doing, is taking your TK5 push-to-talk system and mounting it right onto your Comtacs. Not necessary, but I just love this look so much. Okay, now, couple other accessories before we get onto the repro and how you can build your own. You'll sometimes see flag patches or even member number patches. These are subdued, tiny German ones, and you can mount them right there and they look cool. You'll also sometimes see contour cameras. There are a couple photos of GoPros, but in my opinion, GoPros look kind of corny on helmets after all the airsofters did it. So the contour camera is a really cool look and the footage it gets is beautiful. They are getting harder to find because obviously Contour shut down, but you can still get decent deals on eBay and they work relatively well. Let's get to the repro option. I wanted to compare these side by side because there are a couple of steps that you can take that would ruin the look of your helmet. Now, for the basics, you're gonna again need a fast XP replica. There are two decent ones on the market that I know of. The FMA Thick and Heavy, which I have held in person, but I don't personally own, or the Evolution Gear Fast Helmet. Neither of them will come with the correct mount, so you will need to get your own OpsCore VAS shroud. I chose the Evolution Gear because it is slightly textured, and while the color isn't perfect, it is just a tad closer to the purple hue that you get with the FMA one. Now, the most iconic piece is the Velcro. You need your Velcro in Urban Tan. But as you'll notice, even these two Velcro colors aren't exact. OpsCore does have slight variations in their batches. I've bought enough from them to see that firsthand, even a few months apart. But still, if you can get it on the OpsCore or Gentex website, 2 pieces of the Velcro will work for this helmet. You of course need the standard setup, but you will need to cut out the unicorn strip, the 2 dots, all for the slap plate, and your rear rectangle here. The dimensions I have in that video are pretty close, but if you guys want me to get another video showing you how to do it, let me know. And finally, on the inside, you're going to need your worm dial. I opted to not use the whole Lux Liner kit, and I'm pretty happy that that wasn't included in here, but just the worm dial will be all you need to really, you know, pizzazz it up. And honestly, I like it way better than the OCC one. So for the last part of this video, I'm gonna put some accessories on it because I can. I am gonna start with the MPLS. This is the dual version. Need to get this backwards. There we go. It's a little tight on there. I am gonna do the GSGM mount. There we go, that's locked on. And I'm gonna take my Panzer tape. I have extra right over there because I don't think I will be able to use this one. Probably get some other Velcro to latch that down. And on the opposite side, I'm gonna put my contour camera. There we go. Right on the side there. On the top, my Manta strobe. I'm gonna rock this one backwards. I guess I'll bring this mount down a tad. And on the back, I'm gonna round it out with my Ops Core counterweight. Let's see if I can loop these through. All right, pop these in, fold that over, bam, look at that. That thing is beautiful right now. I'll put it on for you guys. Tighten it down, but this thing's awesome. I think maybe off camera, I'll put this on with the arc rails. I gotta figure out how I can do that with the camera over here, but I'm really proud of this thing. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. If you guys want to see more about helmet setup, see some variants, maybe I'll throw in some helmet covers and all that, let me know in the comments below. This is the Gear Locker, and see y'all in the next one.